Elsevier is a global information company. We specialise in the areas of science and health. In the area of health, we are the world's biggest provider of medical information, products and services. We support in excess of 20 million healthcare professionals worldwide in their everyday clinical decision making. And we do that providing them with online referential sources which can be drawn on as part of clinical decision making, be it at the point of care, but also when a clinician is having to prepare for a complex case, or quite simply keeping up to date with the latest developments in their area of specialty. At Elsevier, we believe that knowledge, evidence-based knowledge, is at the root of superior healthcare performance. So we're basically able to add value for healthcare professionals and their organisation by ensuring that they have the right information, the right place and the right time. So it's not just that they know what the right thing is to do, but they also have that information in a way that ensures they can do the right thing. And of course, all of that translates into better outcomes for patients, because their caregivers, the clinicians, are looking after an individual patient, treating and caring for the condition based on best practice. And it's not just about how we do it here, it's how we do it here, reflecting the best practice and international evidence. The biggest challenges, to begin with, the obvious answer one could say is the financial pressures that the NHS is under. But realistically, I actually think time is the biggest challenge, simply because of the incredible time pressures that clinicians and healthcare leaders are under right now to do the best thing for the patients that they are looking after. For senior clinicians in particular, when it comes to making the best of technology and health IT systems, they need to be able to invest that time outside of their everyday clinical practice. And of course, that is so important because the deployment of these systems can't be just about a technology-led solution. Clinical practice and patient outcomes have to be at the heart of that. I would probably go back that same point about time and recognise that to work effectively with a supplier to the NHS and to deliver the best possible outcomes, it's really important to look at that very big picture about what are the outcomes that the organisation is trying to achieve, and to invest that time in working very collaboratively with suppliers as partners to see that it's not just what the supplier brings to the table, but to be very realistic about what is it that an NHS organisation has to bring to the table as well, in terms of their investment of their time, their consideration, and working collaboratively in a true partnership. I would think there are two particular dimensions to that. One is these roles are absolutely critical by being at the interface of the clinical world and the IT world. We've seen extraordinary developments in recent years how those worlds are coming together more effectively, not least in the formation of roles like CCIOs. But that's not entirely embedded across the NHS as yet. So that's a really important point of connection that they have to achieve. I think the second very important dimension that they have to battle with relates to that whole concept of adaptive learning, which Professor Wachter talked about when he was launching his report. It's not just enough to deploy new technology and new systems. You really have to look at the people, the processes, and the overarching culture within which those new solutions are going to be deployed. We ran an Elsevier workshop with the attendees at HIMSS here today just this morning, and that theme came through very loud and clear. Culture is a big part of the challenge. I think events like this are fantastically valuable opportunities for bringing all those different roles together. Again, if I reference back to the workshop that we've just had, in the room we had clinical people, we had technology people, we had people focused on business performance, we had people who encapsulated all of those roles within themselves. And of course we as Elsevier there as a supplier. And what we were able to do, I think, is obviously learn from the people attending the workshop, but I would hope that we were also able to share valuable learnings from our experiences, not just within the UK and the NHS, but also working with their counterparts in other healthcare organisations around the world.